Hello Exiles, how are you doing today? I hope I find you well and welcome to a new video. So in this video I want to talk about my plans for the Phrecia League. I intend to play a Spark Surfcaster build. It'll be soft chill, of course, and I'll be staking a bunch of resistances. So let's take a look at the Ascendancy first, and then I'll show you guys the part of building what I've cooked up. And I mean, this is all just theory because the patients aren't out yet, but I don't think they're going to be changing much. Just a little bit of balance passes here and there, and maybe nerf some things or buff some things. I don't know, but I'm hoping they don't change much of the Surfcaster boss. Is a really interesting Ascendancy, in my opinion. So to start off, I'm going for Ghost of the Deep. If you're in the campaign, movement speed, attack speed, cast speed, and damage is all good. That's a real direct buff for any build. And so that means we have 30% increased movement speed from around level 30 going forward. This also adds with your movement speeds on your boots. So if you have, let's say, a 20% movement speed around level 30, you have 50% increased movement speed, which is a lot in the campaign. That's basically what you call those 7 league steps. So you'll be zooming in the campaign with that first ascendancy. Then for the second ascendancy, I'm taking Stormy Seas for lightning damage converted to core damage, and then core damage can shock. Then from here on, we'll be freezing our enemies. Then they'll be getting shocked. They'll be getting chill as well, which will be really good for survivability and for damage as well, right? And then for the third ascendancy, I'm taking changing seasons. This means chill that all damage that we take from hits can chill us, right? This is around X10, I think. Around X10, we get this ascendancy, and we have a trigger craft on our wand by then, because we can get trigger on X9. We have trigger craft on our wand, and then we can put a level 1 forbidden right spell, because when you cast forbidden right, it damages you, and then you get reverse, right? And I'll show you with a tree how we sustain this and every permanently on. Then for the last ascendancy, we'll take sea legs for the rares, of course, but for the critical strike chance is increased by overcapped lightning resistance, and evasion rating is increased by overcapped cold resistance. This is going to give us a lot of crit chance and a lot of evasion rating, right? So let's now take a look at the path of building that I put together. Now, this is not a league start setup. This is the end game setup before we get mage blood, of course, but this is more of an end game farming setup that I am aiming for, right? So I'm just going to talk about this now, and then if things don't change, I'll put out a leveling guide for the Surfcaster Spark self chill build, right? I'll put out the leveling guide. I have it ready, but I don't want to release it yet before patch notes are out. The reason I am releasing this now is because I want you guys to look at it and give me some ideas how I can improve it, because I would like to get the EHP a little bit higher, get my max hits a little bit higher as well, but they are pretty decent as they are now, right? So this is the tree. We are low life, of course. You see I'm reserving some of my life, so we have pain attunement for more damage, and then we are also running Leaf Shade for more ailment duration on us. This means our chill will last for up to minimum of 4 seconds on us, and the fact that we have this trigger socket spells using skills for the 4-second cooldown. I saw this tech on Mage Fist's build. He played a self chill ascendant, I think, in the last league in PoE1. So I saw this tech on his build. That's where I copied it from. You should give credit to these good ideas. So this is what I'll be using: trigger with a 4-second cooldown, and our chill lasts for 2 seconds on enemies, but because we have lit shade, right, it will last for at least 4 seconds, because we also have skill effect duration here and skill effect duration there. This is also good for Spark. The skill effect duration is very, very good for Spark. Then we also, of course, got Pierce and got some spell suppression. As you can see, we are at 100% spell suppression. I'm actually thinking if we can remove this, take that and remove this, we're at 72. We drop down, so ignore that. Go like this, yeah, just refed that back. Yep. And then also I do have Glorious Vanish with Doriani with Corrupted Soul. 50% of non-chaos damage taken bypasses the energy shield, but we also gain 15% of maximum life as extra energy shield. This gives us up to 4,000 or 3,900 energy shield now. We don't have discipline running in this build, so that's pretty respectable considering that. Then we also have a lot of evasion because of our ascendancy, this one, right? So you see, if I was to remove this, our evasion drops to 14,000 and our crit chance drops to 81%. But if we have that on, it's 100% crit chance and almost double the evasion, because we have overcapped cold and lightning resistances, and it says critical strike chance is increased by overcapped lightning resist, and evasion rating is increased by overcapped cold resistance. Now this league we have something interesting. We have the tree from the breach mechanic. It gives us very good rare items, and you can drop some really crazy unique items as well. So all these rare items, they might sound pretty insane, but because of that league mechanic, this is going to be easy to get by the end of the first week of the event. This will be very, very easy to get from the tree, and I'm looking forward to that as well. So that's why you see this gear is pretty good with this character. What else? Then I also have Watcher's Eye. Of course, this is just a critical chance strike chance well affected by Wrath, and cast speed well affected by Zealotry, and then our natural instinct, Glorious Vanity, the intuitive lip. This one hit spark is doing 2.2 million, max hits like 15 million, shaper DPS, which is pretty insane. Then on our configuration, we have power charges, of course, right? Because the cluster jewel has chance to gain power charges when you shock a chilled enemy. Now, because of our ascendancy, stormy gates, your core damage can shock. So when you deal core damage, enemies are chilled, and then your core damage will shock. So this is going to be triggering every time. You always have power charges on you, right? And then I also have endurance composer, which is being triggered by the forbidden right in our weapon, right? Because you get endurance charges per hit, which is also going to buff up our immortal core, right? So that's that. We'll always have endurance charges, we'll always have power charges. I'm actually thinking of a way to add frenzy charges into this build, because look at that, that's a lot of DPS that we get from them, but I don't know an idea, I don't have an idea of how to do that yet. And then our effect of chill on us is 30%, effect of chill on enemy is 30%, effect of chill is around 50%. If you can look at the calculations here, maximum chill effect is 30%, current chill is 30%, maximum shock is 50%, right? Right. So that is the basics of this build guide. Well, it's not really a build guide; it's just a build idea that I'm having for the next league. Then, of course, our spark is in the gloves. These are very easy to craft. I'll show you how to craft these later on as the league starts. As we start, I'll show you how to craft these gloves. They are very, very easy to craft. And then, yeah. The rest of the gear is just basic life resistance and evasion and energy shield. It's very basic gear to get a lot of evasion. We have max spell suppression. We have some block chance, right? Which is pretty cool. We have Immortal Call, Spark of the Nova. We also have Sniper's Mark, right, for our curse, our mark. We're using Sniper's Mark, then Flame Dash and Arcane Surge. Then our arrogance, clarity, vitality, and precision right there. And then we have our Immortal Call setup right there. Then we also have Leech in this build. Leech is instant over there. And then we have Ghost Reaver, which means all our Leech is converted to Energy Shield. Which also, with Durani's lessons, 2% of elemental damage is leached as life, which is converted to Energy Shield, which is really good for sustain. Then we have quite a lot of crit multi. It's 468 crit multi. I would have to get it to around 600 later on. I don't know how I'll do that yet, but I think I'll probably do a flask when I get a Mage Blood and all that jazz. So that is it. I don't know about Bloodlines yet. I haven't made an idea. So this part of building, it doesn't have Bloodlines. Let me save this actually and open a more recent POB to check the Bloodlines. What I think would be cool for this one is not this one, is this one. What's this? Pharaoh, right? Pharaoh bloodline. You summon Spectral Tiger when you do a kill chance. We're always critting, so we'll always have these, right? And this one will give us some cast speed. All right, that's a good one. And then we also have, what is that one? This one. No, not that one. Nope. I might actually go for this one, right? And have put a summon raging spirit in the trigger craft so that we can just be casting our summon raging spirits. They'll be just be triggered. I don't know about that, but it's something that to think about. We can also go for this one, but you also need to have 2 levels of hot lightning. We also have at least 4 Falbon unique items though, right? So that is a problem. And then which can we use? Since we don't have frenzy charges, we also don't have grace and hatred anyway, so that doesn't matter. This would have been cool, but we do have power charges, so I don't know which one we'll take on this one. This is the best one for now, I think. If you have any thoughts on this one, guys, let me know in the comment section. Maybe this one. Maybe this is cool. Profane ground, increased critical strike chance. Curses have 10% increased effect on them. That, or this one, lightning damage converted to chaos damage. Sinner Saint, that's cool as well. Since we have lightning damage, we have core damage as well. That's pretty cool. I don't know how that will work. I don't have a herald on this build, so this doesn't matter. I don't know, man. I don't know. I guess we'll figure it out when the league starts. We'll see what we'll do with this. But for now, I don't have plans for that, for the Bloodlines. But this is the Surfcaster build that I'm playing. I'll release a leveling guide when the patch notes are out. Hopefully they come out tonight, or hopefully by Monday they'll be out, and then we can have a look at what changes and what can be upgraded. So I'll put this in the description, the POB. Remember to swap it to 3.26 alternate right here to have a proper look and to see these ascendancies, right? So this is my plan. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.